Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. There is a Six of Cups. Very interesting. Very interesting energy. I wasn't expecting a Six of Cups for you, Leo. But let's see what else might be going on here. See a lot of fire energy. Some majors, lots of majors. A lot of hard work. And you know what? I pulled that card out accidentally, so we're going to have to take a look at that one too. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Now, this is the card that we select randomly. We're using the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we'll just set it down over here. We'll put the alien right on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end of the reading. Hopefully, that will tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need. All right. Let's take a look at the energy again. We've got a few court cards here. We've got some fire energy. We've got some earth energy over here. We've got some water, a little bit of water down here as well. And we've got some air. So it's a fairly balanced spread, I think. There's nothing that's really lacking. But let's see what we've got. There's just this, the fire energy over here is just kind of, it's getting me a little bit because I feel like this is the Prince of Pentacles, all right? And this card came out inadvertently. I accidentally grabbed two cards. So this card wanted to come out. And I feel like it's just kind of bouncing between this fire stuff over here. It's just kind of going around like this. I feel like your energy is kind of all over the place right now. I feel like you have a lot of responsibilities. I feel like you're someone who, well, I feel like you're kind of set in your ways, right? I feel like right now you're kind of going from the garage, doing a lot of work out there. You've got things set up how you like it. And, you know, you're just kind of running errands, right? All over the house, maybe over the neighborhood. Because you're doing things in this kind of routine way that you like. You have everything set up kind of how you like it. Like I said, you're in the garage, just kind of, it may feel to other people like you're just kind of tinkering around. You're over here tinkering, you're maybe back here tinkering, you're over here tinkering around. But what you're doing is very important to you. And there is a purpose to it all. And some people, this is represented by this Prince of Swords. The people could be family members or friends, maybe coworkers. They're not air sign people. That's not what this means. This is just kind of the inability for other people to understand what you're doing, right? They see it as just kind of, you're just kind of putting around, tinkering with stuff, right? They don't understand the real harmony that's in your work. This is the Six of Cups. This is harmony. This is beauty. This is ease. This is tranquility. I think that you really experience a rhythm and harmony to your life when you are just kind of, for lack of a better word, just kind of tinkering around everywhere, just doing, you're over here in the garage, maybe you're working on the car, you got to go in the house and do something, and then you got to make a trip to the store. This is where you like to be, right? This is where you feel comfortable. This is where you feel harmony. I feel like there are people in your life that don't understand that, okay? And with the Lover's energy here in the future, Leo, I'm kind of wondering, does this mean that we kind of have to choose our people? This card's about choice, not necessarily about a romantic relationship. It could be. If it is, I think we have to choose a partner that's going to understand our tinkering, That's going to understand that that's how we experience peace and tranquility and rhythm in life, Not someone that's going to, what I kind of feel with this Prince of Swords is just to kind of dismiss what you're doing or make little passive-aggressive, snide remarks about it, There's no effort. With this kind of energy, there's no effort to understand you. This is just, I don't know what they're doing. It seems silly. I wish they would just come in and sit down. How many times have you heard that? Would you just come in and sit down? But I think this might have to do with some of your history. Okay. We've got the Nine of Wands back here. I think that you have a history of being very disciplined. You maybe you were in the military. Here's Nine of Wands. Maybe you were in the military. Maybe you come from a military family. Something where there was a lot of structure, a lot of order, a lot of discipline, right? There was not a lot of opportunity for just idleness. So if you weren't going around tinkering, and I know that's a terrible word. That's a dismissive word. If you didn't have this discipline to where every moment you were focused on something and doing something for a purpose, then you were going to get reprimanded, or dressed down even. So I feel like that's carried over now into whatever phase of life you're in. And there's always something that needs to be done. And that's how you feel like you're in control. That's how you feel like you have a rhythm and a calmness to you when you're doing those things that need to be done. And I think you do it in a very proud but calm manner. It's who you are. It's how you like to be. I think it's either how you were raised or how you were trained. If you were in military or something. And if you were, thank you for your service. I mean that. Very often I wish I had this kind of discipline or of efficiency, But I think now the efficiency part is not so much the focus. It's not about now we've got to be up at 5 a.m. and we have to get 100 things done by lunch. I think you still wake up early, but now you move a little slower. Now it's a little bit more peaceful. You don't have someone yelling at you, in your ear about what you need to be doing. You kind of know it's part of who you are. It's part of your routine and your tranquility now to go and just do what needs to be done. But you can kind of do it at your own pace. And I think that's key here. But there's someone in your life that doesn't really understand that, or there's a potential someone who really doesn't get it and is making no effort to get it. I think the Lover's card here is talking about us making the choice with who we're going to get close to, right? I think that you have a very specific kind of person that you need in your life, whether they're friends, family, co-workers, whether it's a romantic partner. I think you're very discerning. I don't think you're going to be around someone that is going to kind of have this kind of attitude, I do feel like there is a very important choice coming for you. I think there is a sense of urgency here because your life is changing. I almost feel like you're getting ready for something with this Eon or Judgment card. It's kind of like you've heard the alarm clock now, and there's a little bit of urgency with what's coming next. And I don't know if it has something to do with this choice. Maybe we're choosing to get out of a situation where we're with someone that is like that. Maybe we have found somebody who is not like this. Maybe this represents the people in our past that we used to be around. And we know now that these are not our people. So maybe this Lover's card is really saying that, hey, we found or we will be finding someone that is the perfect union for us. The Lover's card is not always about a partner, but it can be. This is us finding something to unite with that is the perfect match for us, whether it's a person, a place, an activity, a job, a location, doesn't matter. A purpose, a meaning. Finding that thing or that someone that is the perfect match for you. Okay? And I think that's what's going on. And I think we have to prepare for that. We've got this Judgment card down here, so now you're kind of tinkering around. Now you're starting to prepare. Maybe you don't even really know what's coming, but you have this sense that something is coming down the line, so you're getting ready for it. Maybe you find yourself making plans for a future that you're not even really sure of, but you're like, for some reason I feel this. It's an unconscious impulse or a gut feeling, but I've got to kind of prepare for it. Yeah. And it could be a person. It could be you're preparing for a new life with someone new. It could be you're preparing to kind of leave the current situation if we're around someone that's like this, Or it could be that we're planning on switching jobs, switching careers, switching majors in college. I don't know how old you are. It doesn't matter. Right? We'd be 200 years old. There's always room for growth, for change, for improvement, for doing something that is more aligned with you, right? With your nature. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on. I think we have this Hanged Man here because sometimes the comfortable life that we have, we're so deeply ingrained in our routines, in our lifestyle, our habits, and our rhythm. Sometimes change is difficult. So this is us kind of volunteering to go through this process. Even though it's difficult, we know we need to. We know this is going to be good for us. We can see the Wheel of Fortune right there. So we know that this is better for us. But it still doesn't make it easy. It's still a difficult change, right? Change, important, significant change is never easy. So the Hanged Man is saying that you understand the difficulty that's involved here, but you're willing to do this because of what is coming. And maybe we're not quite sure of what it is. We know maybe it's that star. We know this is closer to our ideal life of being the person that we know. This is really kind of about us fulfilling our destiny, fulfilling our identity, finding that connection with ourself, with spirit, God, goddess, deity, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in. This is it. Okay? This is living that best life. This is feeling that connected life where, okay, now we've made it. This is where I belong. This is where I feel the most connected, the most inspired. And this is the place where I can do the most good. Because see, this star energy, this is kind of like representing a conduit. We're receiving the spiritual light and then we are expressing it outward in our community. So this is where you feel the most connected, both above and the most connected outwardly, horizontally, right? We don't know what it's looking like. We still have this gut feeling, this kind of intuition that something is changing, that we are evolving, that we're reaching the next phase of our life. We don't quite know what it's going to look like as far as the details go, but we're willing to kind of ride over here and we're willing to endure it, to suffer it. We're willing to undergo this change with the faith, the hope, the trust, with the Jupiter energy, the Wheel of Fortune, with the faith and the trust that it's going to be good for us, that it's going to be an improvement, right? That it is going to bring us closer to this star. The star is usually something that's way out there. We can just dimly see this. So we're getting closer to this now. Okay? And again, we may not know exactly what the details are, but we're trusting in the process, right? And the last card here that we need to talk about is this Seven of Pentacles. This is the dark spot on the reading. That's the only kind of blemish, right? That's just the kind of black hole, the pit that we see. But it's in the position of what we don't want, right? We don't want to fail to get to our star. We don't want to fall in a trap on our way to our best existence, our destiny. And I think falling in this trap would be kind of like getting in another situation like that. Finding ourselves in another situation where we are misunderstood, where we are not appreciated, where there is no rapport with the people around us or with the business that we're in, the company we work for, our coworkers, our friends, whatever it is, the discord, the disharmony that this happens. And the disharmony is not coming from you. The discord and disharmony would be coming from other people or other situations that don't vibe with you, that don't understand you, that make no effort to understand you. Now, I'm not saying that every problem you have is somebody else's fault, okay? That's not what I said. We have to be responsible for how we interact with people. And if we're in a situation that is disharmonious or there's friction, right? We're responsible too, in the sense that we stay there and we continue to do it, right? If we're not getting along, one of us needs to just to go away, right? To make a different decision, to go to a different room, or to make a more significant life change, all right? So we're not blaming others for our problems, okay? But we definitely don't want to make any decisions that are going to ensnare us in a similar situation, right? So we're trying to avoid this in order to get to that star. And I think that we can easily leap over that because we're aware of this. We know that there are traps out here. We know that this wilderness is full of, foxholes and snake holes and cliffs and pits and, abandoned mine shafts, whatever is out here. So we can avoid this by being aware that it's out here, by being cautious. And I think it's very important that we do embrace this Prince of Pentacles energy, which is very meticulous. This is an energy, this is our state of affairs now. This is someone with great discernment, great awareness, who again was just kind of lives this life of taking care of responsibilities, just calmly doing the things that they need to do in life, tinkering with things, fixing things, building things, learning things. It's how you live your life. It is who you are. And now we're moving toward a life that is more conducive to that. It's going to give you more opportunity to explore that and evolve that. And I think that's really important. I really do. Let's look at the mystery card now. Our alien friend has kept a good eye on that. We're still trying to name the alien. We have a couple good suggestions. We have Mork. We have Bowie. And I kind of like Simon for the alien, but we'll continue to collect suggestions. If you have any, leave them in the comments. Eventually, we'll just collectively decide on a couple of names, 2 or 3 probably at the most. Let's see what the mystery card is. I don't have any guesses, really, except maybe a 6 of something. I always say that because I like the harmony. Maybe a 6 of cups, or maybe we can even go 6 of pentacles, showing then we've got both, right? We've got a 4 of cups here. And that, I think, is good in this situation because this is showing that we're not settling. You're not going to settle for just those 4 cups. No, you're holding out for that perfect 6 of cups, right? You're holding out for the kind of tranquility, the kind of mutual love and affection and respect that you have in yourself, that is kind of the center of this whole kind of life that you live, and the routine, and this kind of, the tranquility of you tinkering around. I know I keep saying that, but I like the image that it provides. This is you settling for nothing less than that kind of tranquility and harmony. So whatever decisions you make going forward, you're not going to settle for anything less than that harmony and tranquility. This makes me happy. This puts me at ease, right? That we're going to be making the right decisions and avoiding any of these pitfalls. Because we're not settling for anything less than what we want, what we deserve, and what we need. Yeah. What we need right now is the extended reading. So we're going to go ahead and do that. If you would like to join me, just click on the link that's right there. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Leo, but for all signs. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.